So it's with a heavy heart. I just found out the news about Marshon Neland from the Cowboys, and condolences out to his family and his loved ones. And didn't know him well, but we spent a little bit of time with him pre-draft a couple of years ago when he was coming out from Western Michigan, and really enjoyed his time, our time with him, and his energy, and just a tragic situation for all those that knew him in the Cowboys, and just want to acknowledge that and let them know that they're in our prayers. So,
Questions for Coach?
I'll start. Hey, good morning, EJ.
hey, good morning.
I'm not sure what else you can say about him at this point, but Derrick Brown had another really good game against the Packers. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just leave it to you. Like, what even going into week 10, what is still impressing you about him?
I since probably our first year with him in 2023, I think the most impressive thing is just seeing a man of that size play that many plays. I believe he had about 50-something plays the other day, and there's just no plays of where he takes off. And I mean, 330-some pounds. He's running to the ball every play. I mean, obviously his physicality and the play strength and tackling and rushing and all that stuff is, that's all really good and great and tremendous in a lot of respects. But the way that he plays with that effort and burst and making tackles on the sideline consistently is just, and it's not just like one or two plays, it's consistently throughout the entire game. It's just so impressive to me that a guy that size can play with that stamina. And so, yeah, he's an amazing player.
Have you found that that, as you said, that work ethic and that motor to be infectious along not only the defensive line but the rest of the team?
Oh, I absolutely believe that. Yeah, I mean, I think that was a big part of our success on last Sunday was just the playing hard and running to the ball. And we had the understanding that the Packers are a very good team. They're going to make plays, and that we just had to continue to hustle, play with great effort, try to get the ball out, and it certainly paid off.
Darren Gant, followed by David Newton.
Yeah. In talking about D-line snaps, as Turk's gotten back in and acclimated again, how has he kind of opened things up? I mean, he and Derek are so different body styles. How do they complement each other when they're in there together?
Yeah, one guy that's twitchy and a penetrator. And Derek's very twitchy as well, but he's got that size and mass to really absorb blocks and play physical and downhill. And so they're a really good complement. I think where it really stands out is affecting the pass rush as well, where you have the ability to have Derek power rush and have a Turk really get on the edge and penetrate. And so it was good to see him play well the other day, starting to come back to life after those couple of weeks off, and did a really good job on the one pressure to get the sack. And so, yeah, it's definitely good to have those two guys in there.
David?
Hey, Coach. What to ask you? I know the Saints have struggled in the record-wise and everything. What is there anything particular that concerns you about them?
Yeah, this is the NFL where there's a lot of good football players, and every week we have the issues you have to deal with. And even though they traded Shaheed the other day, it's still Olave has got a lot of speed. Brandon Cooks has got a lot of speed. Their tight end number 83 Johnson's got a lot of speed, and so there's a lot of formidable pieces there. Kamara, obviously, his resume speaks for itself. And the quarterback is inexperienced, but he's got a lot of talent, and he can make all the throws. And they're even running him with the ball as well. And then just the Taysom Hill factor as well. That just creates so many issues schematically, and so we would be foolish to think that this is not a very, very good football team, and they certainly have a lot of ways to hurt you.
Do you believe in the thing? These are kind of you have letdown games and things like that, and you have to warn your players about that.
I just think that you just have to acknowledge that every team in this league is capable of ruining your day if you don't take it seriously. That's just the fact of life in this league. And every team has got players to beat you. And you have to acknowledge the good players, what they do schematically, how they're coached. They got a very good staff, obviously. I have a lot of respect for Kellen and the work that he does. And so we've got to be on top of our game, and we're always pushing too that really the opponent doesn't matter as much as how much we need to improve every week.
Joe Person. Joe
Hey,
Person.
Jay, good morning. I got
Good morning.
wondered what that was like for you last week, as the time expired at Lambeau and you're on the winning side.
Yeah, certainly. It was certainly a great moment. I always feel a lot of joy and to watch our players because you see all of the sacrifices that go into what they do, and it's not only just like the commitment in the classroom and studying film, and it's fighting back from injuries. It's time in the training room, time in the weight room. There's just so much that goes into preparing for these games and having the ability to go out there and play well. And to see all of the work with the culmination of a big win like that against a very good football team in a hostile environment, it brings me a lot of joy to see them celebrating in the locker room. And so I always just sit kind of in the back of the locker room as they're all in the middle and just watch everybody dancing, the music playing, and it's just it's a great moment. But at the same time, you turn the page real fast and get to work on the next one.
Also wanted to ask you about Christian. Since he is, no longer wearing the green dot and on the field less, is that freeing him up to, kind of giving him more energy for first and second down and maybe taking better advantage of his skill set as a, pursuer and a sideline to sideline type guy?
Yeah, not really an issue with him doing having a green dot, but it's certainly Trevin has played better, and he's played better since we made the change. And so, and I think just from the way we want to substitute and all of those things, it's really I think this is the best mode for us. And so, but there's certainly no denying, Joe, the production that's happened since then as well. And so I think we'll all agree that that was the right move.
How would you describe the way Christian's played, of late?
Yeah, I think he's continued to grow into what our expectations are of him, and understanding how we want to, because the scheme is similar to what he did at the Rams, but there's some subtle differences in terms of how we coach up some of the zone drops, maybe some of the pattern matches, and certainly even some of the run fits. And so I think he's really gotten comfortable with our style and what our expectations are, and his plays continue to improve.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Kay.
Hey, EJ. We obviously saw Merrick have a big game this past week. With his versatility, I'm just curious, how much is he making either life easier or other guys more effective around him?
Yeah, I think it's I got to give a lot of credit not only to him but to Shaw Smith-Wade as well, because the way that we use both of them interchangeably, the big nickel and then Shaw having to go play safety, I think it's really a weapon for us, and it kind of gives us that flexibility to really maximize both of their skill sets. And so, that flexibility, it's certainly allowing us to kind of puzzle piece week by week, like where we see the matchups are in the run game and the pass game, and how we could take advantage of it. And so it's been a joy to coach him, and I've got so much appreciation for him because, in every game that we play, he's playing safety, he's playing corner or nickel, he's playing the dime linebacker position, obviously certain things in a rush plan. And I don't think a lot of people have a good sense of like how much mental horsepower it takes to do what he's doing right now. And so he's done a heck of a job. He's really diligent. He really studies. He puts a lot of time into it, and obviously shows in his play.
You brought up Shaw. During the offseason, a lot of his teammates were really effusive in their praise about how much he was taking to the system in his second year, and that he could have like a breakout season. What have you seen from him from year to year that has, I guess, led to that type of praise internally? Yeah.
Well, I think I've told the story before, but his rookie year, he had been here a couple of weeks, and it's in the off season, sometime in May, and I'm going home, and I'm walking by the DB meeting room, and he's in the front of the room with all the other rookies, and they're watching tape. He's running a meeting, and they're watching tape and going through the calls and like doing their own self-study. And this was like at 7:30 at night in the off season. And and he hasn't changed at all. That's just who he is. He came in day one with those work habits, and he continues to work that way. And he's really grown into being a very good pro, having great command of our scheme. And I think that's what his teammates acknowledge about him and respect about him, is that they see the work that he puts in, and they know that that work is translated into good play on the field. And so I think that's what his teammates see.
Thanks.
Any more questions for Coach?
I
Alright.
guess I could follow up on that one. It seems like the two rookie classes, especially on defense, all have that kind of mindset that Shaw has, or at least most of them. Nick Scorton studies a lot, stuff like that. What does that say about the young players you guys are bringing in over the last 2 years?
Yeah, that is such a big part of when you get a rookie. It's like they have the talent to play at this level. That's why they were drafted most of the time where they were. But like so much about having success in this league is about having good habits, finding a good routine. You go from a space in college where you don't everything is structured for you, and now you come to an environment where you have to show the initiative to do it yourself. And so the guys that can adapt to that lifestyle better are going to have success. And so credit to Dan and his staff identifying guys that have those good habits, because your talent is a big part of it, but so are your habits. Your habits and your work ethic is so much a big piece of your success. And so it's good to see that we're identifying the right guys.
All right, Coach. Thanks for taking the time this morning.
Oh, one more thing. Big soccer game Friday, I believe. Charlotte FC, winner takes all. And so just rooting for our guys to go home, go out there and get the big win. And I'll be cheering for them. So excited about that game.